Okay, I came out to the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland with the International Society from UL, and this is pretty freaking incredible. And just do a slow pan of the amazingness. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Giants used to fight here, according to legend, which is, yeah, whatever, but oh look, they have little buses that take you all around. And I'm sorry, I can't really see all that well just because the way the sun is positioned, so that's always fun. But yeah, okay, I'll make another video when I get to some other cool stuff, but this is pretty damn cool, so yeah. Okay, so still at the Giant's Causeway. There is a lovely trail going up the side of the cliffs here, but with the blind cane, which I show you now in all its beauty, yes, it's not going to be a good thing, so I'm just going to go back down. I made a lovely friend who was walking me up part of the way, and then I just realized that I needed to stop and reevaluate my life choices. So I'm just gonna head back down, I think. But look at this. It's freaking incredible. Sorry, trying not to get all these poor people on video that don't want to be. But yeah, I'm gonna head back down there and go sit on one of the benches and wait for my friend to come back down. So that'll be fun.
Very easy position to defend. You've got natural defences, you've got the cliffs, you've got the water coming round. To get to Rockstack, you've got to go over a bridge, and that's why people built there 1,000 years ago. And even 2,000 years ago, there would have been early forts. The McQuillans were here first. They were ousted by the MacDonalds in the 1550s. The MacDonalds were a warlike clan from Scotland originally. They had come over to the East Coast and worked their way up over the years. And life back in the 16th century here was war, famine, plague, and more war, usually. That's the history of Ireland, condensed. 2,000 years, condensed, probably more. The clans here were continually fighting against each other. When they weren't fighting against each other, they were usually fighting against some invading force. That might have been the Vikings, it might have been the Normans, it might have been the English. In the 16th century, it was the English who were trying to impose their rule here. And it didn't go down very well with the locals. Sorry Boy was chieftain of the MacDonalds and fought most of his life against the forces of Queen Elizabeth I. They came to an agreement eventually because it was costing both of them too much in terms of people and money. However, in the 17th century things changed. There was a new king on the English throne who was a Scot. The MacDonalds were also Scots, so they all got along much better. In fact, you may have heard of the flight of the Earls. The Irish Earls and clan leaders were comprehensively vanquished at the Battle of Kinsale, and a lot of the clan leaders left and went to the continent. But the MacDonalds did not go because they saw that the way of the old clans and the clan society had gone for good. So they adopted the new order. They built a fine big manor house down here. They built on the mainland, so all these buildings here are quite late. They're 17th century. And they built a town over here. And the MacDonalds were doing very, very well. Now we're into the 1600s now, and things went well for a while until there was another rebellion in 1641, and the family moved out. It became part of the English Civil War. The family backed the wrong side. They backed King Charles I, the royalist, and poor old Charlie lost his head in 1649, not through carelessness, I might add. And Cromwell, you may have heard of Oliver Cromwell, not terribly popular here. He came to power. Cromwellian troops occupied the castle here. They took control of all the MacDonald lands. They stripped the house of anything valuable, oak panelling, anything, and left it pretty much a ruin. So when the MacDonalds finally got it back in the 1660s, it was a wreck. And eventually they abandoned it and went down to Glenarm on the east coast, where they built a nice new castle and moved in and lived happily ever after. And their descendants still are living there, and still are the Earls of Antrim. So hopefully that will set it in context for you. We've also got another exhibition area in here. There's a short film. It's more to do with the archaeology, so if any of you want to look at that. If not, we've got guide cards here. There's a map in the middle. And as I say, please take care of the grass and no climbing. Can you stay warm? You don't look very anxious. There's no cannons or gunmen now, so you can relax.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, this would be a hell of a place to fall from, just saying. That's a Dunluce Castle? I think that's how you say it, but yeah. Just lots of old ruins of castle stuffs. But it's really interesting. I'll put in the video I did of the lady that runs the place.
Yeah.
She did a nice little history lesson for us.
Yeah, she did.
Alright. And I think that's pretty much it of this, just more ruins and stuff, but I'll turn this back on if there's anything interesting. Okay, just walking around the castle interior of the ruins, and this is through a part of it. This is looking out of what I'm assuming was once a window, but that's pretty impressive.